Coming up on Backstage Passport.
I can't believe it. All we want to do is play one more song.
It was a joke. 6 acres of dirt gravel lot. So awesome.
How could this possibly get any worse? We have no exit strategy.
We're NOFX, screwing up since 1983. But these days we've got mortgages and families. So we're going on a sketchy tour. No country is too obscure. We're gonna drink and cough and fight and snort. We're NOFX, this is Backstage Passport.
NOFX, we're a punk rock band that's been around forever. Touring the US, it gets a little boring. We came on this tour to play crazy, chaotic shows, and we found it when we got to Chile. But next is Ecuador and Argentina, and things are kind of falling apart. Ecuador, the show was on tennis courts, which were rented out by rich kids who just pretty much hired NOFX to play their country club.
Totally uncovered, exposed wires. What happens if it rains? That's how people die.
The Argentina show was super good, and we wanted to play an encore, and the club owner comes down and says, no, you can't do an encore, you waited too long.
They're still here, listen. They're here. And I know what I'm doing too. He's not gonna let it happen. I can't believe it. All we want to do is play one more song. Yeah. And he's like, no, it's my club. It's my gray hair. Is it because we're Jewish? What? Come on, buddy. Give me a hug, buddy. Give me a hug.
And now we're going to Peru, where no one has any faith that anything good is gonna happen.
Yolanda está. Puedo hablar con Yolanda.
Peruvian promoter, we don't even have a deposit from. They've said they've sent deposits.
He's a Peruvian flake.
Total Peruvian flake. She just told me, I have seen NOFX videos, and the place is as good as the videos.
She's seen the video when we played that lake in 1987.
Yeah. Whatever that video is, her idea of what's acceptable.
I think we're gonna get screwed in Peru.
I'm always up for an adventure.
Whether we get screwed or not, we're going because, hey, 2,000 kids bought tickets, so we don't want to disappoint them.
So we arrived in Peru, and the airport is full of fans. They're going crazy.
Tons of kids there, and they all want autographs, and they all want to put us in headlocks. Peru is one of the countries, it's not a normal stop for bands, and this is really the only chance for these kids to get to see us, because Peru, you know, it's far.
That was pretty cool to have all those kids waiting for us in the airport. They were stoked. We were there.
This show has to be great. I know, it's gonna be great. A lot of these places, we get to the airport and me or El Hefe or Melvin, we get recognized, and it really never happens to Smell It.
No one recognizes me. I am a member of the band, kids. We arrived to Peru, and finally I get some frickin' recognition.
Here, they finally recognized him.
I win! Eventually, I win!
It gives me a sense of excitement that this show's gonna go off.
You think if I start running, they'll start chasing me?
And the promoter shows up, Yolanda, a woman we've never met before.
Boom, boom, Yolanda. This doesn't feel right. Something Something's gonna go down.
Are we sure she's the actual Yolanda?
One of our friends in Argentina described her as a beast of a woman, so I got a feeling
Makes
that's
sense.
her. There's nothing more important than having a good promoter. So if you don't get someone there that you can count on and that does a good job, you could be totally screwed. So we land in Peru, and Yolanda didn't get the right vehicles. I've spent 3 months on emails with this woman, and now Carlos with 2 weeks asking for 4 basic things, like to go to the hotel when we arrive. Simple things. All I want is a van for the crew, a van for the band, so that the band can go to the hotel and the crew can go to the venue and make it work. So we get to Peru, and what do we get? 1 bus. Oh, but I got a big bus. I told you 20 times I want 2 vans.
Necesita irse, ya están esperando. Jesus Christ.
Things aren't working out exactly how they should be, but it's gonna work out, and just, you know, be nice. Some of our crew members sometimes they're mean and make people cry, and we're pretty nice, and sometimes they get real mean.
But they're totally faulty here, so you'll be here for like an hour in here just cooking.
So they're faulty.
We're being nice right now, but nothing's happening.
Making someone cry isn't gonna make it happen any faster.
Hey, Carl. But it's just that kind of makes you crazy. This so-called promoter that's supposed to have organized, and nothing's organized for you. It's just very frustrating.
Find the cab?
Yeah, we're gonna get the out of here because this ain't gonna happen. So we just took things into our own hands and just made it happen.
We need our crew to help pull things together. If we just left it up to the promoters, it would never happen.
The crew and everybody has to go to the venue, and the band has to go to the hotel and do what they gotta do.
I bet it'll be a really good show, and we'll be happy we came here.
We're driving up to the venue.
Wow!
It was a f***ing joke. It was an empty field. It was 6 acres of dirt, gravel lot. Wow, we're gonna actually have to make this somehow happen. So f***ing awesome. It was definitely a nightmare.
God knows what's in our future. It can only get better, I'm sure, and by better I mean worse.
So this whole site's basically locked down.
The show is 60% not happening.
We have no exit strategy.
We pull up to this empty dirt lot. In 17 years or so with this band, I've never seen a venue in such bad shape. Prime directive here in the dirt field. Be nice. Let's go up on the stage where we're not in the dirt. I was feeling pretty, like, yeah, we're in Beirut, you know. There was part of a stage erected and no backstage. There was no food, no water, no help, no loaders. Wow, we're gonna actually have to make this somehow happen. Dodgiest place on earth, but the best fan of the whole tour. There's hope. Yeah, okay, now we're back in business. Look at the plug. My luggage? That rules. We got the memo. We're supposed to be nice. Exactly.
Everyone here has been super cool. There's nothing there. There's no bathrooms, there's no nothing.
Power, no power, no power.
Well, you can't run a PA or make sound without some kind of electricity, so it was pretty retarded.
Kent's got to get a hold of Yolanda and send somebody down here.
After our initial meeting, Yolanda pretty much never came back and didn't answer her phone from that point on. She sent me a note. We will be back at 3 sharp or 2:50. She was extremely evasive. Where she was, I do not know.
Every step of the turn, it was just like, oh, this is bad. This is the worst it's ever been. How could this possibly get any worse? Ding, ding.
Cops showed up with some suits, said there's no permits for the show, and that there can't be a show here.
Cops are there, there's no permits, there's no show.
Oh, that's good. No permits, cops are there, no show. But dinner is going to be awesome, I understand.
Yolanda Yolanda has not paid for any permits to do this on this site. So this whole site's basically locked down, police at both entrance and exit doors, and we can't leave until the permits are paid for. We're just sitting around waiting to go to jail or something, I guess. But hey, we're being nice.
Wow.
I guess our crew is out on the site trying to set up everything for the show.
And we were trying to decide what kind of wine to have with our dinner.
You guys need to try that.
I'm just gonna try the sauce.
Did you get your dinner? It's all cool, man.
There's your dinner.
Too bad Mike wasn't here and you could have some nice dinner with us.
Nice dinner with us.
Totally nice.
While we're sitting through the dinner, things are, going steadily downhill at the venue, and I'm getting texts from Carlos that I'm reading to the table.
8% she's in overhead.
The show is 60% not happening according to Carlos right now.
It's almost the only reason why we came here, right?
It is
the only reason.
We're in the restaurant, stop bugging me.
Looking back, I think we probably could have gone to the venue, but there was a good meal on the table.
Oh, that sea bass.
The district attorney is there. The place is surrounded by riot cops. They won't let our crew out. Are kids even there?
Now there's 200 riot police here. They've sealed the venue. I think they want to arrest us.
If there's 2,000 kids out there that all pay $20 to get in, there is going to be a riot.
They told us that the show was canceled. How much you pay for the tickets? $20. I bought my ticket like 2 months ago. I'm pissed off, man. You know what I'm saying? What's the eventual scenario here? No show and everyone gets sent away and it's not a big hassle? Or bad starts happening, people start crashing through the gates, riot police start beating them up, and we need to get out of here as soon as possible. Should have bought a bottle of booze at duty free. It's my only big regret right now.
So I there, don't you? I love this stuff.
I should be on that camera saying I got a bad feeling about going to Peru.
I think we're gonna get screwed in Peru, screwed in Peru, screwed in Peru.
So the crew's trapped at this venue. I had to get there and get them out of there. It's horrible there. They're telling everyone to leave, and there's cops, like busloads of cops in riot gear, and the kids are gonna riot. I really had no plan, except to hire a van and hopefully find the venue. No sign of that bus, huh? What do we do, take 2 cars? Get out of my way. No! We are in a minivan with a man that doesn't speak English, but he knows where we're going. The police are looking for someone to hold responsible.
Maybe somebody will go to jail. Hopefully not.
We might be getting close. There's kids in the street and kids everywhere. We can't get backstage. We sort of circled the place for a little while, trying to figure out what to do.
Ken was gonna pick us up on the other side. We had a van lined up, but then we started thinking, we can't just run out of here with the gear, so we tried to figure out another solution.
It just gets more and more chaotic as it gets down to it.
So we finally just parked across the street. We're hiding in the back of some minivan, waiting for the boys to escape.
What's going to happen is we're going to be here and they're going to storm the gates. We have no exit strategy. I got to get out, and not only do I got to get out, I got to get all this stuff out.
So we figured, local guy, local truck, they're not gonna think nothing of it. So we're like, how about we give you like $200 cash and you basically smuggle us out of here? And he was all for it.
Okay, so we've cleared the stage off. This is where we unloaded our if you can see it. This is where we unloaded. And then that's the truck we're loading into.
Jaywalker, he usually finds a way to get out of any situation.
This is all of us in the back of the truck that we have to smuggle our way out of the venue because it's so faulty.
Piled everything in low and then locked it all up and then laid us all low across the top of it. We're like, go!
Cop jumps up on the side of the van.
If you would have showed up earlier, I probably would have strangled you.
There's 100 kids in front of the door of the hotel.
This is all of us in the back of the truck that we have to smuggle our way out of the venue because it's so faulty.
Piled everything in low and then laid us all low across the top of it.
In all my years of managing this band, I've certainly never had to arrange an escape vehicle. I can see the backstage, and I was sure it was going to erupt into a riot at any second. And then all of a sudden he hatched this plan, and the A truck just made a break for it. Okay, our guys are going. One cop, as they were pulling out, climbed up onto the truck to look inside.
The cop jumps up on the side of the van. And then the truck goes, and the guy flies off the truck, and they're...
Stay down, stay down.
I thought for sure they were going to get chased down by the police at that point, but they got away.
Come on, man.
I get out of there, everybody gets out, we're like, finally, this shit's done with.
You guys got passports? They won't give us rooms without passports. Luckily, no one's arrested, but it's a total debacle. Yolanda's a liar. She put us in the wrong venue. She didn't get the permit. She didn't bribe the right people. I dare her to come here. I wonder if you're allowed to make her cry yet.
Allowed.
Dude, Mike's gonna get tortured for so long on this. You have no idea.
Not okay, not okay.
We have a couple of drinks, and then who walks in the door? Yolanda. That was a shock. I didn't expect to see her again for sure at that point.
You know, she essentially put all of our lives in danger and didn't even give a shit.
I can't believe she's here. I'm ready to strangle her. I want to strangle her.
This was the blunder of the century in show promotion.
12 hours today, stuck, riding in the back of a truck with police after me. If you would have showed up earlier, I probably would have strangled you. Translate it. There's no way.
Sorry, I don't mean to be maniacal, but the fact that Jay is still talking to her is pretty beautiful.
The only reason why we came to do this was because of the kids.
We got burnt hard. The kids got burnt harder.
It just seems so pointless to come this far for nothing. We're getting up to go to the airport, and I hear there's a couple hundred kids down in the lobby at the hotel.
More and more kids are showing up. There's 100 kids in front of the door of the hotel.
And you could hear these kids chanting and screaming.
We've been waiting like 10 years for NOFX or more.
There's a couple hundred bummed out kids in the lobby. So I asked, Kent, I go, find me a guitar, dude.
He's gonna play some guitar. I'll try to play a couple songs, okay? I never thought about the universe, it made me feel small. Never thought about the problems on this planet at all. World warming and radioactive size, imperialistic wrongs and animal rights. Would you sign the guitar? That's pretty cool.
He signs the best day ever in my life.
Ever.
I can't believe it. I'm so excited. He played with my guitar.
Globalization. I'm watching Michael Moore expose the awful truth. I'm listening to Public Enemy and Reagan Youth. I see no world peace. Cause of zealous armed forces, I eat no breath.
That was pretty awesome. And I'm just glad, I don't know, 100 kids got to see something. It was actually super fun. This whole Lima experience has been totally weird and awkward, but that kind of made it worthwhile. That was something I've never done before. So, that was cool. Playing in a hotel lobby door in the middle of a street. It's pretty cool. It was our only choice, and we made it work. So I feel like we won anyway. Even though we lost, we won.
I never thought about the universe, it made me feel small. Never thought about the problems of this planet at all. Global warming, radioactive sites, imperialistic...
Anyone know what airline we're on? Jesus.
Why think all the bad things when life is so good? Why up with an M when there's always a could? Let the whales worry about the poisons in the sea.